Hey, YouTube. Hey there. I wanted to talk a little bit about an issue that comes up pretty often when I talk to successful women. They are used to killing it in life, at work, at home. They've got everything under control. They're managing the finances. A lot of times, these will be divorced women or single moms who, they've just had to take care of themselves, right? And so, usually when you're in the working world and, you got to make ends meet, you're going to go out there and get after it, and you're going to compete with all the men and everyone else around you who's excelling and competing, and they're a go-getter. There's nothing wrong with that. That's wonderful. But I want to address the misconception that women who are successful like this think, well, I'm sort of an alpha, so I need a really manly man, right? And I do not fault you for wanting a manly man. That's my preference too, and that's wonderful. But sadly, I'm including myself. I needed to come around to the realization that manly men do not prefer assertive, strong, quote unquote, strong women. We're all strong in our own way. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But men want to be needed. They need to be needed. Okay. They want to be needed. All right. So I tweeted the other day, women need to be wanted and men want to be needed. And I do think that's accurate because men kind of do fine on their own. They don't necessarily see the need to get married, but women really, really do, usually, for the most part. I'm not saying all women, but just in general, compared to the number of men who really seek out marriage, it's kind of more like they need to be convinced that they're not going to be bamboozled in the marriage process, right? So it's up to the woman to, if that's really what you want in life, you really need to feel desired. And I do not blame you for 1 second. I'm talking about myself too. I needed to be desired. I needed to be cherished and loved and protected. And I had to come to the realization that a manly man who wants to provide and protect needs a woman who is embracing and accepting and receiving his protection and what he provides and brings to the relationship. So you can't be independent. You not wholly. You can be emotionally independent. That's kind of the independence that we need to work on, and that's what I do work with women on. You should not get into a relationship thinking that he's going to fix all of your triggers and your baggage and low self-esteem and all of that. So that's the emotional independence that you need to bring to a marriage or a relationship. But things like financial, career success, just putting up a wall and never being vulnerable or weak. That's what I need to address with women a lot of times who have gotten used to being on their own. And a lot of times we are, because we go out into the world and we live independently. It's not like it used to be when you lived at home and depended on your parents until you got married. So that was an easier transition, I think, because you went from needing one set of people to needing your husband, right? But when we go out into the world, we're expected to excel in our careers and be independent. Then it's a reversal and it's a switch over. It's a tougher transition to be in a partnership where you need the other person. So, like I said, emotional independence is important. And the hard part, the mental switchover, is how can I be vulnerable and how can I be balance the strength with the weakness to be able to accept a strong man into my life, so that he can feel needed. He has to feel needed, or there's no point in the relationship for him. So I hope that message is getting across. I hope you understand what I'm saying, and that I'm not saying it's bad to be strong. A strong man will respect the emotional strength of a feminine woman and what she's able to do and her patience and her persistence in a lot of areas of life. But it's her acceptance of his gifts and his strengths that are going to really bond them together. And that's what I mean by polarity, is that you're bonded together by your differences. You can't be bonded together by being the same. If you're the same, you don't need what the other one has to offer. If you're different, you bring something to the relationship that they don't, and they bring something to the relationship that you don't. So that's what polarity means. It means being different and having those complementary skills and strengths and gifts in life. So it makes me really sad when women and society believe that women need to be strong all the time. Men aren't even strong all the time. Why do we ask women to be stronger than men or to mimic men? What about the little girls that we all used to be, who were weak and vulnerable and scared sometimes? We should not be shunning and denying that part of ourselves. That denial is what brings a lot of pain. Allow that part to exist and tap into it and bring it to the table when you are trying to attract a strong man, because he's going to recognize that vulnerability as attractive to him. It's the soft little baby bunny that he can keep safe. And I hope that makes sense. It's not an insult or degrading in any way to embrace all aspects of your own nature. And that's what it is. I'm not asking women to be feminine in a way that's not natural to them. I'm asking them, if they want to attract a man on the opposite side of the polarity, to embrace the parts of themselves that are naturally feminine and vulnerable. So I hope that makes sense. I think I've talked enough. But I just want to get that point across, and also let you know that I do work with women who are ready to find the man of their dreams, their soulmate, and not compromise and not lower their standards. And I will actually guarantee that you will become engaged within 12 months of working with me. That's part of my flagship program called Find Your King and Get the Ring. And it is about empowering and accepting all aspects of yourself as a woman and embracing that, and really shining in it to attract your soulmate to you. So I'll be linking my website. It's limitlessbyleila.com, and you're welcome to sign up for a free session with me. 30 minutes to get us started is at meetme.so/limitlessbyleila. You can schedule that, or you can also go to my program page at the bit.ly link is /gettheringprogram, and I'll put all those in the description. And thanks so much for watching. Please comment and like and subscribe and share, and let me know if you have any other questions. Thank you so much. Have a great day.